Okay. So the interesting thing about motorcycles, once you get past how pretty they are, English motorcycles, and how much fun they are to work on, and how much fun the people are that own them, and how bright they all are. You got to get down to the fact you got to start them. And since they didn't start putting electric starters on motorcycles in general till the late 70s, bikes made in the 30s, 40s, and 50s generally do not have that as part of their equipment. Plus, they're cursed with old English carburetors, Amal carburetors such as the two that came off this Vincent. And if I can find them, they're also cursed with magnetos. Lucas magnetos from the 20s. Yeah, well, you can't fit this in a bag. Anyway, magnetos, old style technology. And combined, old carburetors, low compression, you kind of get into, sometimes it's very difficult to start one of these things. So what I've done, and can't show it to you here, but I've put videos up. I put a Vincent Power Arc, or a Power Arc with a Vincent adapter, ignition system, modern electronics, a little computer in there that takes care of all the stuff, and it's an optical reader, and really cool. And I put a set of Taiwan-made Keihin PWK carburetors made by the Oko company in Taiwan. Good quality, good copies of the Keihin version, reliable, and easy starting, which is kind of what I want to address now. Now, the typical way to start kickstart motorcycle is to bring it up to the piston, one of the pistons, up to top dead center. They call it bumping it, but you just gently press the kickstarter to get it to go a little past top dead center, and then you give a mighty lunge with your legs, foot, and body to spin the crankshaft and hopefully light the air-fuel mixture. So this is the Kickstarter right here. So I still have to do that, but I think I've, with the addition of the carburetors and the ignition system, I think I've come around to where that part of the process, the mighty lunge, the top dead center, finding just the right spot, holding your mouth right, is now a little bit maybe obsolete. So I'm going to demonstrate this. The trick is the compression release, which I kind of pointed to a second ago. It's over here. It holds the valve open. You pull this little lever, and it holds the exhaust valves open, and you're allowed to kick readily through the process. And that's ordinarily used to find a top dead center. Take and bump it over with a compression release in, and shazam, you know you're ready to go. Anyway, what I'm going to do, and what has turned out to be pretty effective on this bike, is hold the compression release in while I kick the bike, intending to start it. And when I come near the bottom of my foot stroke, I release the compression release. It puts compression back on the motor, and hopefully it will start. The reason for doing this, in my mind at least, is it speeds up the process, finding top dead center and bumping it over and making sure it's on the right piston, you know, on and on. A little more difficult than necessary in my mind. So I'm going to put this camera up on the tripod so you can watch the process, judge for it yourself as to whether it's worth doing or not. So with no further ado, I will step around. I will make sure the battery's turned on, and I'll show you how to kickstart a Vincent using holding the compression release down. and probably get lucky. Okay, battery's on. I have a switch on the battery that turns it off, so I don't run it down if I leave it on. So everything is set. It's warmed up. I will find a top dead center, as I am, pulling in the compression release, turning on the ignition, and giving it a whang. That's all there is to it, folks. I could do this all day long, but I'm not going to. I'm done for the day. I'll